Hello, and welcome back to the Witch Wild Hunt, where we continue with the expansion pack Blood and Wine. Or in simpler terms, we are in Toussaint. Hope I'm not butchering it too much. And right now we are facing Colossus, or our last opponent in Fistfights before the Maestro,
Oh,
whoever he
now
is.
you look to be a man in search of exertion. Hey, Whitelocks, will you dare to fight Colossus?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Colossus. Interesting as monikers go. Or is that what his mother called him out of the womb, too?
Why would she not have? Colossus. It rings out with pride and passion. So, will you fight?
Fine. Let's fight.
Ah, boring. I'm not interested. Quick I am, too quick for you. It'll be knick-knack, paddywhack. Here's your arm bone. Where's the sport in it?
Don't want to fight? Why bother looking for challengers then? Wasting my time.
Whoa, a bit testy are we? A witcher, right? Let's do it like this. You parry 3 blows I throw your way, you win. But you can't swing at me. Not once. Just deflect my blows. Got it? Catch 3 of them, and I'll toss you double your wager.
Feeling that generous?
No, I just know you can't do it. No one's ever done it. Too fast, see? So, willing to try for 3 blocks?
Sure.
Fine. Doubt I'll have any trouble deflecting a few blows.
That I get. At long last, one with a sportsman's soul. Now, listen. The rules say you're not to start your parry until I've cocked my fist. Standing with your guard-ups, not allowed.
Ladies and gentlemen, witness a most peculiar fight. How shall I say this? The Witcher has accepted a colossal challenge.
Oh, such a genius game of words.
Block, you old goose! Too quick for you, huh?
I just did 2 of them. I thought
Incredible.
those won't
the Witcher
be
has parried
heavy
Colossus's
attacks.
blows.
I thought he's
No
gonna go
one's
for the quick
ever
attacks.
managed that feat.
Here's your due.
Thanks.
You've earned my esteem, sir. We've not seen such a feat in years, and thus you've secured the right to challenge the Maestro himself. You'll find him by the docks.
I assume that's just where I left. Oh no, that's not. I think we can go to Maestro first then. As a matter of fact.
Yes, let you drunk in the gutter again.
Well, you're quick. Grey tufts and all.
Oh.
Give us a fiver.
Are you cleaning my
All is in order.
horse?
Run, Roach.
Okay, have a nice day.
Faster.
And what do you get for all that work?
Like all things
In your
noble,
beck,
requires
what's your on in
patience.
years?
Aye, and pigs can fly.
Greetings.
Run, Roach.
This is clearly not the main road, that I can tell for sure. Sorry.
Here's some free advice, Witchman. If you've no reason to live, may every door slam on your nose.
Hey there, little lamb. How much for your wool?
A lot. And treble
The
for you.
bells. Did you get those scratches on your face there?
Slower.
Sea serpent would sniff us fast.
Drunken master. Okay.
This where I find the boxer they call the Maestro?
Maestro, champ, the undefeated. Folk call him many things. You are the Witcher who dropped the 3 lesser champions?
I did.
I am. Come to fight the Maestro, but seems to me he's indisposed.
Alcohol is the Maestro's remedy for his crippling shyness. He's a delicate man, you see. He'd never so much as hit a pillow while sober.
Fighting sober's like dancing to silence.
Forget fighting. Sure you can stand? You're blind drunk.
Not your bum-bopping business. Ah, you cheat, you chat, while my vodka's gone flat. Will you fight, yay or nay?
Let's go. I challenge you.
Hold on. Whoa. I'm a man of principle. I keep to a code. I don't tinkle where I eat, and I don't fight folk who don't drink.
Meaning?
Meaning you're to drink, or hey diddle diddle out of here.
I expected something like this.
Sheesh. Fine.
Mesdames, messieurs, the Maestro will perform, at last.
And I'm drunk, right?
Let's do this.
Hey, well parried that. Under a post, yes.
You'll never learn.
When I chop, you'll be bumbled. Hey, what? Ah, scamp. You beat me. It's not happened in years. Your fists, they're glorious.
Why, thank
Thanks.
you.
I'm gobsmacked, I am. I have to drink it off. Oh, good fight. To speak true, I'm pleased you stripped me of the title. I shall have more time to pursue my chief interest now.
Witcher Geralt of Rivia is hereby crowned fisticuffs champion of Beauclaire. Bravo! Behold your trophy.
Oh.
A
Okay.
life without liquor's like loving without licking.
Tourney grounds. Hopefully in a couple of minutes I will process all the alcohol. Hopefully.
It's thin scrapings around here. At least the weather's...
Yeah.
Come on, Roach.
Oh no. Staircase. I chose the wrong way, that's for sure. Alright. I have flying girls here.
Have a belly this big.
Want to play blind man's bluff? I don't know you. Go away.
Witcher, I have a matter of prime urgency and import. I must speak to you.
Well, I am here, Guillaume.
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was flirtatious and alluring.
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. Vivienne shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivienne emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly,
mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
That all sounds very weird.
notice any other strange behavior, additional symptoms?
No, Vivienne's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk, that she's wont to suddenly disappear.
Nothing unusual about any of that.
All sounds vampiric to me.
Sound you heard. She might have just had a sore throat.
Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up your precious time.
Tell me more about Vivienne. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivienne spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivienne, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
This tourney, how's it work exactly?
It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to face off for the grand prize. And more importantly, for glory. A demanding test of knightly prowess in horsemanship, marksmanship and fencing. I qualified for the first time, had great hopes of winning. Yet...
Yeah, I get it. Anything for Vivienne. Hardly a regular job, this. Not often I gotta take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand?
Oh, that's a very good start, I must say. A quarter of this, so 20% would bring me to 600, right? And 625 would give me...
Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
25%.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivienne.
Meaning?
I must
Could
win.
you show me how you shoot, ride and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Apply all the skills you mentioned on a daily basis, and against monsters, not targets and dummies. Don't need any training. Going straight to the tourney grounds to sign up.
Must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good, but your scrolls must be in order.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Yeah, the broken animation of the children, that's concerning. Yeah, I guess those are contestants.
How is it the Duchessa does not fear him as well?
A return to traditional values and morals. That is the remedy for Toussaint's problems, not two swords.
The International Knights Tourney under the patronage of Lady Vivienne de Tabris 1275. Participants registered and qualified to take part in the contest. Gregory de Gorgon, winner of last year's tourney, he shall not participate in the general competition but shall fight in the final bout against the knight who earns the most points. All signs seem to indicate Gregory will defend his title. Anseis, Prince of Lyria and Rivia, joining us for the third time in a row. Holm Akespark, Prince of Maecht, rumored to be the Emperor Emir's blood, here for his fourth tourney. Baron Pelmerine de Lonfal, his sixth time in the tourney. Donimir of Troy, a Redanian knight, first time. Rainfan of Atre for the seventh time. Guy de Bois-Frenet of Medina, a second cousin of Reynard de Bois-Frenet, one of Her Grace's knights errant, third time. Delvin of Craycourt, a young knight, first time. Tay of Dorndal, a knight of the Order of the Flaming Rose, first time. Lino of Medina, third, and Guillaume de Lonfal, Baron Pelmerine's nephew, first time in the tourney. Due to injury, Guillaume has transferred his place in the tourney to another knight. And that shall be me.
Greetings. Want to join the lists?
Naturally, we must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your personal history in its heraldic aspects.
Why,
Really?
thank you, sir.
What did you come up with?
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia.
What a surprise.
Or as the Honorable Ravix of Forhorn. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of 2 crests. Which do you prefer?
Kinda curious what you could have learned about Geralt of Rivia.
In the year 1267, a certain Geralt, a member of the Witches' Guild, was knighted by Queen Meve and dubbed Geralt of Rivia. This was in honor of his distinguished service at the Battle of the Bridge, said structure spanning the Yaruga. But I wager you know of which battle I speak.
Yeah, those were the days. Kahir and I led a fistful of Nordlings against an entire Nilfgaardian battalion. Won that battle just because we absolutely had to cross the river. Ravix of Forhorn? How'd you manage to dig that up?
Here in Toussaint, we treat heraldry very seriously. One visit to the ducal archives. That is all I needed to acquire the necessary information. Ravix of Forhorn was the name under which you attended a feast honoring Princess Pavetta, daughter of Queen Calanthe of Sintra, on the occasion of her 15th birthday.
That's actually right. I'm Geralt, not about to fight under a false name.
You may now take the shield bearing your crest.
I'm a Witcher. Shields aren't something Witchers ever use in combat.
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your participation in the tourney. You may take it as a souvenir.
In that case, thanks.
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows? If not, I do hope you will allow me to tell you about them.
Guillaume told me a bit about the contests. Rather make sure I'm clear on them,
Those
though.
children in the background.
Admirable thirst for knowledge. There are contests 3. A shooting range, where you will compete side by side with an opponent. A horse race, during which you will seek to complete the course within a specified time. Any targets hit with bolts or dummies felt with blade will increase the time you have. Finally, the group melee in the arena, crowned with a duel against last year's champion. As each contest ends, its results will be posted on the board outside my tent. This way all will be apprised of who leads at any given moment.
Convenient. Gonna come right out with it. I'm a sucker for prizes.
The winner of each contest shall receive a trophy. Whoever has the best result once all contests have played out shall face last year's champion in a final duel for glory and the title. Should you defeat the reigning champion, the grand prize will be yours. This year, a sword forged especially for this occasion by the one and only Cornelius of Isengard, a famed master weaponsmith. Her illustrious highness had it brought all the way from Nazaire.
You say something about vows?
As is our custom, knights make vows to which they hold for the duration of the tourney. Each swears on something which to him represents his most cherished virtue.
Oh, I am a sucker for prizes. I just said it. Can I vow for that?
Feels like I know everything I'd ever want to know about chivalric tourneys.
Splendid. In that case, you must make your vow. Upon what would you like to swear it?
I don't see anything particularly interesting. I'm not sure what Gata means, so... Oh, we do Vivienne. Yes,
I vow on the love of my lady, Yennefer of Vengerberg, to respect the chivalric virtues.
May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome. Sign here, please, then fill out these forms. That is all I need from you. Now, as arranged by Guillaume, you shall be fitted with appropriate armor for the tourney.
But I have my armor.
Shiny.
You have also been assigned a tent for the tourney's duration. It stands near the arena. Good luck.
Not a big fan. Most certainly I have other matters to attend to. I mean, I will clearly mark it here.
Stocks and the whip await those running riot.
All is in order.
Our duchy values
Right,
peace and
Edrica
quiet.
Grant, ducks nipples, get them while they're hot.
The archers, that's what I like.
Ears,
Maybe this year they'll pop off another onlooker.
Now.
Yeah, I can't see much, but I believe I can navigate us to the cemetery.
Damn it. More fighting. Noises coming from the catacombs, it seems. So, noises coming from here.
Yeah, I don't think that works properly, so let me just pop in a cat.
Not a soul. Strange. Doesn't look anything like a grave hag's lair either. Gold. Can't be grave robbers. None worth their salt would have left this. Pretty fresh. Funeral wasn't too long ago. Louis de Corentin. Died on the day of Saint Zoetham's remembrance. Noises started right around then. Here lies Margo de Corentin. Smashed, as if someone threw it against the wall. No sign of monsters or grave robbers. Bit of a mess, that's all. Maybe this isn't the spot after all. Strange. Noise is clearly coming from that tomb. Impossible. Something's not right. Need to hide, see how things play out.
You'd rather lie about all day, flipping those cards like some dwarf. Disgusting.
Indeed. Far better to stand at the door of Lebioda's temple, mumbling prayers from dawn till dusk.
Ingrate, I prayed for you, that you would cast off the yoke of gambling.
Fine job you did of it. Seems the gods had also heard enough of your cackling. And you? Why are you here? This is a private conversation.
What's this argument about, anyway?
Sod off! Not your concern.
Could help you resolve it.
I know not your name, but you must help me. I refuse to spend eternity at the side of this heathen. Remove him from my crypt at once!
Slow down. What's the problem?
This is my crypt, and this saintly shrew harangues me even in death. An eternity of nagging, the misery!
I was blind and a fool to marry him. He's a slave to the cards, prepared to wager his own child on a round of Gwent.
Once, damn it, and as a jest. How many times must I explain? And who sank our fortune into some silly statue of Lebioda?
Piety. That was my cause. The prophet immortalized would have transformed this land of blasphemy and betting. How was I to know it was all a fraud?
Because I warned you some 500 times!
Quiet! Shut up, both of you!
Ooh.
Who does the crypt belong to, rightfully?
Must you ask? It's mine. My family's. The de Corentins. Are you illiterate?
True. But my dowry served to repurchase it from those you owed.
Look, if there's to be peace and quiet here, one of you's gotta go. Need to move one of you out.
Yes. Take him. Please. Do so. And I shall tell you where I hid his lucky Gwent cards.
What? I knew it was you. And now you would evict me from my crypt, then pay for the deed with my cards. Blast it all! Had I those very cards at the tournament in Belhaven, I'd still be alive. It's your fault, you pox incarnate, that they stabbed me to death.
They murdered you for your debts. I had nothing to do with it.
Come, I heed this good book-thumping wench. Mind, I know well where she hid those cards. I'll tell you myself, as soon as you've removed her.
Need to think about it. All right, gotta move one of them out.
Thus spake the prophet Lebioda. Thou shalt not play for coin.
After which he promptly added, "For you shall have none left for me!"
Heretic, shut your mouth! I shall speak to you no more!
No, it is I who shall speak to you no more!
Raise your size to the prophet Lebioda on his behalf. Here lies Margo de Corentin.
Any other signs or, well, anything? Because if not, I don't like the guy.
I see you fell for that pious tart's dribble. Drats! Oh, well, then listen. I've a request. Be a good fellow and set me in the chamber of the Gwent Friendship Society of Beauclaire. It's just round the corner.
You a member?
That's just it. I was not. But I would have dearly liked to have been. And joining them in death shouldn't bother anyone.
Certainly doesn't bother me. I'll do it. Where's this chamber?
Once you enter the catacombs, go straight. The chamber will be on your right, near the corridor's mouth, and I thank you.
Deeper in the catacombs. Right, let's go.
Well, hello there, gentlemen.
Come on, come closer.
Yeah, nothing interesting on those guys. Orders from Robin. That foolish flatulence Fluffer Bruce has tried to cheat us again, but he won't get away with it this time. Take a pickaxe and a shovel and pay our dearly departed boss a visit. Her kitty face was hideous to look at even when she was alive, so the very thought of looking at it now she's dead gives me the bloody runs. Take the jewels, pearls, and other valuables bum-nibbling Bruce who tossed into her grave. Oh, and if you see the milksop hanging around the cemetery, break his neck. Apparently, ever since Selena's death, that kid's been moping near Olimus Cemetery, howling at the moon. If I know life, and I do, he's got with him the key to the chest we buried with that woman. Perhaps we could end his suffering by ending his miserable life in the lake, if he hasn't drowned himself already, that is. Journal, kept by Quayle, a gardener. That's okay. "21st day of service, so diddling bored. There is really sod all to do here. A quick morning rounds enough to water all the plants. Flower bed in front of the embassy doesn't demand much care either, and so it goes day after day. Maybe tonight I'll take a jaunt to San Sebastian, play a hand of Gwent. 22nd day. Blood Gwent. Lost a whole month's wages, next month's too. Racked up debts with that grey-bill Pellegrin. Heard he doesn't let such things slide. Got to scrounge up a few florins somehow, or this might end badly for me. 24th. Overheard the ambassador give instructions to his secretary. In the coming days they'll send a transport carrying wine bought for the imperial court, along with some unused operational wherewithal. My guess they mean a sack stuffed with florins. Information like that could be worth a fortune to a lad from the right part of town. 27th. Greybill Pellegrin slaughtered the caravan's guards, snatched all its cargo, had the gall to deliver a pouch of coin to me at the embassy, said it was my share. I spit on his coin, but I'm afraid I'll need it soon enough. I hid what he gave me in a safe place. Ever since old Ralph died, no one buys wooden planters anymore, so his workshop's the perfect hiding spot. 29th. Greybill told me to keep my ears open at the embassy, find out when they'll have another caravan to grab. As an afterthought, he added that the guard commander would be quite shocked to learn about my role in the previous hijacking. I stole the next convoy's route from the secretary's office. It's the price I must pay for my idiot idea of going in cahoots with Greybill Pellegrin. 31st. The transports set off. This time it's escorted by Arnold Ep Bloom, commander of the embassy guard. Greybill's men don't know they're in for a fight. They're in for a fight against elite soldiers. When he finds out, then it's time to get out of here. Coin I set aside should be enough to start afresh somewhere far, far away. Meicht seems like a good direction. Private chamber of the Right Honourable members of the Gwent Friendship Society of Beauclaire. May they always draw their
Private
best.
chamber. The Right Honourable members of the Gwent Friendship Society of Beauclaire. This is it.
Better to die of drink than of boredom.
You gents also looking for that Gwent club?
What the poking devils? Who are you? Who sent you?
So many questions, so few answers.
Blimey, we're a plumbing philosopher. Get the smarmy cat diddler, lads.
If I only had a crown for every time a bunch like this. Not your lucky day. That ought to do. Right. High time Margo paid up.
I'm not following. What do I loot there? Ode to Gwent. Feel free to read it if you want. That's not my type of literature. Must say that this place reminds me a lot of passages under the city in Assassin's Creed 3, I believe. You had catacombs as well, and you were following some directions, and then you would find kind of like fast travel points.
Done. Now where you got those cards?
Leave the city through the Cooper's Gate, then veer right.
Our house is easily recognized. A tree adorns the sign above the door. I buried the chest in the garden, beneath the rose bush.
Tree on a sign, rose bush. Think I got it.
Might I ask what you did with Louis? True, he knew nothing in life but Gwent, but I would still prefer he not spend eternity in a ditch or privy.
Don't worry about it. Found him a nice place. Ought to feel right at home. Farewell.
He's to save us from the beast? Why, he's just a boy.
Now, that is out of the way.
The ruckus is terrifying at times.
Well, we're nearby, let's collect our reward. Damn it, it's even dark in the tavern.
Geralt of Rivia.
If you are wondering, I am navigating from one light source to the other, but that's it.
Hey there, I'm done. Cemetery ought to be real nice and quiet now.
To sleep in my own bed once more. The clogs has grown intolerably loud. The punters bellow like men possessed. One madman especially, always shouting, "Order in! Order in!" But tell me, at the cemetery, what was it? Beasts, as you claimed?
Nope, just a marital spat.
That's it? But they hollered like skewered polecats. Sorry to bother you with such a trifle. Here, for your trouble.
Oh, you never know whether it is a trifle like this or something actually serious, unless you investigate it. Now. First we go to the...
coin for a medic.
First we go, however, to...
Better to die of drink than of boredom.
To completely wrap up with this quest, we go to the Cooper's Gate.
All is in order!
And then we go... where? To the east, I think.
I can almost see the gods partook of the vinerswell.
Need to go around. Tree on the sign. Must be the house.
Oh, come on, Geralt.
Medallion's humming. Something's not quite right. What now, you piece of filth?
Don't forget about the defense, please. And also, can you start running around?
Bush. All right.
Christ almighty.
Just like she said. And the Gwent cards, as promised.
Now tournaments. Or perhaps we'll start with my own estate. Let's just visit my own estate actually.
Now drink us some victory.
Cheap shenanigans. I can't
If my lips don't stink of wine, my wife won't know they're mine!
Who would have thought? Knights trading in wine, while some witcher guards the common folk.
It doesn't seem to be in the best condition, but we'll see. We have an experience of investing money. Oh, I have a majordomo.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basilfauti. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as majordomo of Corvo Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Kedweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclaire.
Okay.
Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
Thank you. what a nice guy.
Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a majordomo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of majordomos. My father was a majordomo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclaire, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to majordomo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Impressive.
If my lips don't stink of wine, my wife
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Maybe you can do something to improve your house as well.
The days pass.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Have you ever wondered, like, do people actually taste those things?
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
Oh, how nice for him.
Monsieur Bolius's wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Was that a greenhouse?
Women and chaps, the more you beat them, the better they are! Sure, go on. Drink up while you're young, coin in hand.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Oh, I'm well aware of this wine cellar.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
I'm following you, dude.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
What are the
Mentioned
prices?
The place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
5K.
Need to think it over some.
I understand, of course. As the venerable Lady Eve Knibley would so quaintly put it, the rash oft contract rashes.
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more... useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompelli once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yaruga. I will contact him at once.
Okay, that will be 1,000.
Know what? Might not be the best time to lay out that kind of coin. Let me sleep on it.
Ponder the notion however long you wish, sir. I'm at your disposal always.
In my trade, my
I
blades
would
get
assume
dull
it's
pretty
the same
quick.
price.
Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Yes.
Know what? Might not be the best time to lay out that kind of coin. Let me sleep on it.
Ponder the notion however long you wish.
If you don't mind, I'd rather...
Of course, sir, as you wish.
Yeah.
Know what?
I shall be glad.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
So, master bedroom, you said. is over here, right? So yeah, those are all my books. Plenty, I guess. Oh. Oh no, those are only quest books. Okay, I see. Hang painting. Can hang my shield in here. That's, I assume, to sleep. Some trophies. Some more paintings. Of course, my stash. That's just to verify, that is for sleep, right? Yeah. Now the dining hall and the kitchen supposed to be over here. It's a pretty rough kitchen, but I guess it is what it is. Here we have a storage room at the moment. How much money do I have? 4k.
Go up to any knight and shout, "The beast!"
I do like the places, that's for sure. So, rather clear about that. So, perhaps no. 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 This one. This is the one that we will continue with in the next episode. But for now, I'd like to say thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. In such a case, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, or otherwise let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. We have a lot of adventures ahead. Have a nice day out there, and bye.